of September 3rd, 2023. What's going to happen this week? I don't know. Mercury's retrograde. Venus changes direction. Jupiter changes direction. Who knows? Who knows? Let's talk about some stuff, though. Venus ends her 40-day retrograde on September 3rd. That's Sunday. It's not that big a deal, to tell you the truth. I mean, the retrograde is over. That's wonderful. And, we're liable to be thinking about Venusian things, romance and creativity, relationship and finance. Could be a thing. But Venus stations, they're not like Mercury stations where things tend to go wrong. And they're not like Jupiter stations, which we'll talk about in a second. So the Venus station itself means that the retrograde is over, that 40-day period where you're supposed to kind of back away from pleasures and, be a little bit more bare bones about things. Did you give something up for Venus retrograde? You didn't, did you? Did I? Anyway, that's not the important thing. It was the summertime. Come on. I mean, if it was March or something like that, maybe we could give up something. But you got to give up something in the summertime. Ugh. And where did the summer go? But that's another whole story. So Venus is going to start moving forward, which means over the course of September and into earliest October, she'll be aspecting the planets that she aspected before and during her retrograde. And that can tell us something about how stories that started back in June or July wind up unfolding. But then again, we'll have to see how that happens. Nothing like that happens this week, so, we'll just put that off into the future. Then on Monday, the 4th, Jupiter stations to retrograde. So Venus goes direct and Jupiter stations to retrograde in Venus's home sign of Taurus. So Jupiter's station, we're more likely to feel. We all have that Jupiter feeling when he hits a station point. And so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, even Tuesday, Jupiter's expansive. There's not like a lot of rules about this. Jupiter will infuse us with some optimism, some faith in the future, some faith in the present. And that's where we're looking to see in the US, it's Labor Day. It's the holiday that ends summer. And it should make for a nice weekend. People are just feeling a little bit better about things. You just feel a little better. Venus is going direct. Jupiter's stationing to retrograde, but the fact that he's stationing to retrograde isn't that important. He's stationing, he's stopping in the sky, so he's more powerful. Planets that are retrograding when they station, they're more, when they retrograde and when they station, they're brighter, they're closer. You feel them strongly. That's the big stuff that is happening this week. Right at the front end, we get this big double turnaround, the little do-si-do square dance that Venus and Jupiter are doing, with Mercury being retrograde in the background. And that's hard to say exactly, except for the fact that it probably feels pretty good. Now, I'll take that. You know what else feels good? At the end of the week, exact on Friday, but felt, I would say, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday, perhaps, we have the sun in Virgo trine to stationary Jupiter. That tends to give us a little bit more of it takes that Jupiter station, which was so prominent and powerful at the beginning of the week, and extends it through the week, thanks to the sun. And so we have some good energy, especially towards the back end of the work week and coming into the weekend. Well, it's the weekend. You should be able to have some fun with that anyway. Now, another thing that is happening, not really this week, but this month, is that the planet Venus, now that she's direct, is catching up, in Leo, don't forget, is catching up to Juno. And now Venus is the planet of love, relationship, aesthetics, and things like that. And Juno is about partnership, commitment. This is the way I have taken Juno. I've taken that partnership asteroid and like whittled it down to partnership commitment. So Venus is what you want, Juno is what you got. And what we're and what, and what we're looking for is these two conjunct in Leo, getting those two things on the same page, working out some harmony between what you have and what you want. You got the whole month to do it. Okay, these two planets, celestial bodies, stay together all the way through. They kind of conjunct again on the 27th or something like that. And so this is a sort of extended opportunity period to work on partnership and relationship. It's especially poignant, let's say, because it's happening right after Venus is retrograde. It really couldn't happen at any other time because otherwise they would just conjunct once. But Venus is going slow so that Juno passes her, and then Venus catches up and passes Juno. So if Venus wasn't retrograde, they wouldn't be so close to each other all month long. But they are, and it's in the sign of Leo. You know, fun. Should be good. Should be very good. Here's something else you should watch this week with all this jovial Jupiter energy rattling through the cosmos, and that is financial markets. Now, I know people say, why are we talking about this? You know, it seems like we're, you know, that maybe the others or something like that. If you got a 401k or something like that, then it's not others. If you got some sort of retirement scheme, then maybe it's you too. But the reason why I focus on the financial markets so much is that they are a very good barometer for the collective psyche. Right? The whole thing about, you know, like the Dow was up. It's almost like, I'll put it in the comments so you can see. It's almost like the Dow is up, the Dow is down. Sort of a Taoist approach to things. And with Jupiter stationing, we should see some interesting stuff happening. When Jupiter got into Taurus, before Jupiter got into Taurus, we had a bunch of stuff happening. We had the whole FTX thing with the Bitcoiny stuff, and we had a couple of bank failures. Jupiter got into Taurus and sort of solved the problem. The markets went up, Venus retrograded, and Jupiter got near his retrograde point. So August, the markets went down. They really followed Venus's retrograde. Venus, valuations, followed down throughout August. And now Venus is going to be going direct, and Jupiter is going to be quite prominent. He's still in Taurus, sign of banks and so on. Be really interesting to see what happens between the first week in September and the end of the year when Jupiter stations to go direct. We get some interesting things happening in the financial markets. And of course, you know, however interested you are in the state of the stock market in the various countries and things like that, you probably are interested in the state of the economy in terms of things like, can you get a job and how much does it cost to get food and stuff like that. So hopefully what we'll see this week is good news in the world of finances, the markets, inflation, and other things. Hopefully we'll see good news, because it's probably an indication of what's going to happen for the rest of the year. So as the first week in September goes, very likely the rest of 2023 goes in terms of finances. Well, that gives you something to think about and look forward to, but you know what? It's a Jupiter station, and you're probably just going to go out and have some fun. I know I am.